Lance.
Oh,
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. This is such a cool spot. Is this a cafe?
Thank you. Welcome. This is not a cafe. This is our showroom and roastery tasting area.
Cool. So you don't serve drinks here?
We don't make drinks. We don't sell drinks here, but we do sell coffee beans, merch, and we show people around the place.
That's so cool. Do you think you'll ever have a cafe?
I'd like to say yes, but not yet.
Oh, well, what's your go-to drink?
Well, I think that first thing in the morning, I love making an Americano.
Can you show me how to make it?
Of course. I'm gonna grab this portafilter here.
Oh, what is that?
This is a portafilter. It's basically the thing that the espresso ground's going to. And as soon as we start the shot, I'll show you how it works.
That's so cool.
I know, look at that.
What's the worst thing you've seen someone do to a perfect shot of espresso?
Oh, I cringe a little bit anytime I see people add really weird flavor to their coffee, like lime. Ugh.
Do you prefer espresso or drip coffee?
I'm more of a drip coffee guy. It's a little more forgiving, a little more my palate. But espresso, first thing in the morning, it's pretty easy. Look at that. It's perfect. I can't mess up a shot.
Well, what's an easy hack for someone to instantly improve their coffee routine?
I would say get a gram scale. That's just something that you can really understand your coffee to water ratio and get it right every time.
How do you take your coffee at home?
I make drip coffee at home. I've got a Rebel Precision brewer, and it's awesome.
If you had to rate your latte art skills out of 10, what would they be?
Let's get out of here. I'm not going to talk about that. Ugh.
Is it easy to have a good coffee setup at home?
It's pretty easy, yes.
What's your favorite coffee gadget?
I would say having a great burr grinder makes all the difference. And, that's pretty much the starting point. If you don't have a burr grinder, you got to get it.
What's in here?
This is our showroom where we allow people to check out new equipment that they might want to use at home, like the fellow espresso machine, the highly coveted, or, very great, entry-level grinders, espresso machines, drip coffee brewers, all that good stuff.
What's your favorite piece of equipment for a home espresso setup?
I would have to say for home espresso setup, you got to get this Baratza Encore ESP Pro. It's got a timer on it so you can get the right dose every time. It's very easy to dial in, and it's probably the most affordable option out there.
Burr or blade grinder?
Burr, 100%.
Why?
Because the blades chop up the coffee so much, and you get all the boulders and all the fines. You over-extract and under-extract at the same time. There is no proper extraction whatsoever.
Does the coffee you use really matter?
Yes, of course it matters. You want fresh coffee. You want coffee that was roasted from good company who probably went out of their way to find great farmers who care about the coffee of the earth as well. So,
can we see the roastery?
This roastery? I guess. Come on back. These are the restrooms.
Whoa, what is this?
This is a coffee roaster, and his name is Vlad. Just joking. This is our Lauren S15 Falcon. The internet named it the Millennium Falcon, and I don't know if I would ever ask the internet to name another machine again.
Why did you choose this roaster?
So this roaster gives us so much control. We can really tweak every aspect of a roast profile. And it's also a little more energy efficient. It uses, I think, 20 to 30% less natural gas. So,
what roast profile are you most proud of?
I think our Project Espresso has got to be the best roast profile we have. We've been working that for over 10 years now, and it continues to impress.
Do you still roast coffee?
Not as much as I used to. Vlad is a lot more efficient and a lot more capable than I think I ever was. And so he's the man now.
What's the biggest myth about roasting great coffee?
I think that roasting great coffee is not magic. It's science, but you really have to learn every bean. It's changing year over year. You really have to dial it in a way that's mostly trial and error. So there's no magic involved, I'm sorry to say. Everyone thinks there's a magician. There's not.
Well, who is someone you looked up to when you started roasting?
I think Tom Owen from Sweet Maria's was always someone that I really enjoyed When I was just getting started, he was putting out a lot of information online where there wasn't really any. And so that was so awesome. Really awesome.
What kind of coffee is your favorite?
I'll show you. I think that I will only be drawn to Ethiopian coffee, and we have a really great relationship with some folks in Ethiopia and here stateside that ensure that we get incredible Ethiopian coffee every year. It's the blueberry notes, the fruit notes, the floral notes. I just can't get enough of it. Never gets old.
Is there a country you've always wanted to source from but haven't gotten to yet?
I would say we source from the places we want, but I really want to visit Ethiopia more than anything. I might get a chance this year, so we'll see.
What is green coffee?
Green coffee, these are actually seeds out of a coffee cherry. So, as you can see here, these are seeds. We call them beans, but they're not beans at all. They're seeds. It's incredible. So, there's two in each cherry, and they kind of go together like this.
What's something you never want to find in a bag of green coffee?
If there are any sort of human body parts or anything of the sort, I think, well, maybe an animal that would probably ruin that bag of coffee, don't you think?
What's the strangest thing you've found in a bag of coffee?
An entire cob of sweet corn.
Have you ever traveled to a coffee farm?
I have. I just got back from Mexico earlier this year, and it was incredible.
How did that trip change the way you think about this job?
I have a lot of respect for how much work goes into coffee farming, more than I ever did before. Just the amount of manual labor that's required to grow a single coffee plant. It's pretty crazy.
What's this?
This is our coffee cart, and it's really our newest endeavor here at Actual Coffee. We can show up and bring a world-class espresso, any kind of event that you can think of.
Well, what's your favorite thing about catering events?
Because we don't have a cafe, it's really fun to be able to hand someone a drink that I know they're going to love and see that reaction on their face. It's really rewarding.
What's the next event you're catering?
Well, we are working with a basically huge automotive manufacturer for a VIP party coming up. And so that'll be probably our biggest event yet.
What's all this equipment?
Oh, over here, this is where I repair things or where I let things sit. But basically, we repair commercial equipment, and we kind of specialize in high-end espresso machines or drip brewers. This is where it happens. So we got a lot of tools. We got some machines in the queue, some parts, some things I need to throw away.
How did you learn to work on equipment like this?
It was something that I had to figure out on my own, although I did attend some trainings. But there was a machine that I restored. Every nut, bolt, frame, everything you can imagine. It all got replaced. So that was a lot of fun.
Well, what kind of background do you need to know how to fix an espresso machine?
I think you need a bit of mechanical aptitude. You need maybe an understanding of some plumbing and electrical, but there aren't really a lot of certifications or anything like that for it. So I would just say electrical, plumbing, a little bit of that would be helpful.
What was the most challenging piece of equipment that needed fixing?
You know what? Actually, one just like this. This is a La Marzocco Linea Mini here, and I did something wrong. I accidentally stripped a bolt, and I had to drill out the coffee boiler and fix the threads. That was not something you run into every day, so not fun.
Well, what piece of equipment here costs way more than it should?
Well, I don't have equipment per se, but this tube of lube is really, really expensive. This is like $90 just for this tube of Kluber lubrication. Isn't that crazy? I'll put it away.
If this building was on fire right now, what 3 things would you grab?
I would probably grab Vlad because I need a roaster. I would get in the forklift, and as I drove out of here, I would grab a bag of coffee, and that's probably it.
Do you spend more time in the roastery or at your desk these days?
Unfortunately, more time at the desk. It's just kind of the way it goes. Unfortunately, I wish I could be doing a little bit more of the hands-on stuff that I used to.
Well, what's the most boring but most important part of this job?
Probably bookkeeping or accounting. It's so important to make sure you get paid and make sure you pay others, but I gotta say, it's not my strong suit.
If The Office had a theme song, what would it be right now?
Ooh, it would be Dirty Laundry by Don Henley. Yeah.
Oh. Well, what's in this room?
Oh, over here. Well, this is kind of a combo room. This is where we eat lunch. This is where we work together, and this is where we stare at this crazy thing.
Well, what is that crazy thing?
This is the coffee flavor wheel by the Specialty Coffee Association, and it is full of everything you can taste in coffee.
Well, how real is it? Are we all making it up?
No, actually, there were some true experts who taste things for a living that came up with every single one of these flavor notes on here, and those people really know what they're doing.
What's the weirdest tasting note you've had in coffee?
I'd probably say anus. Yeah, anus.
And how do you want the customer to describe your coffee?
I think I want them to describe our coffee as clean and sweet and just full of a lot of discernible flavors. And if nothing else, I love it when people say, like, wow, it's not bitter. All the other coffee I drink is bitter. Why is yours not bitter? You know? It's kind of their way of saying, it's good. I just don't know how to say it.
Who's someone that's been getting your coffee since the beginning?
Oh, man. Well, there's a lot of people, and it's been close to 15 years we've been doing this, but just to drop a few names, we've got Sarah Horn, Jeremy Mahler, Becky from the Flying Joe's on that list, Mark Semenya.
What's the strangest conversation you've had right here?
I had a guy come in and explain to me that he was a medium and knew how to talk to people who were deceased. And we talked for hours. And turns out he wasn't lying.
What do you think about coffee influencers?
Okay, some of them I love, and some of them I don't think are worth listening to, but I will name drop one guy who I think deserves his credit. It's James Hoffman. You're the best.
Who's the most famous person to drink coffee that you've roasted?
We maybe, allegedly roasted for Matthew McConaughey. So,
What's one thing about actual coffee now that would surprise the version of you that started it?
man, when I was just getting started, all I wanted to do was roast. I didn't have any picture of what it would feel like to grow. And so as I walk in here today, sometimes I'm like, I didn't think it would get like this. Sorry.
What's something you're genuinely proud of that has nothing to do with the coffee?
I think the team of people that work here are actually really cool people that I wish I could spend more time with. They're awesome.
If this whole thing disappeared tomorrow, what would you be doing instead?
I would be sailing and farming kelp. That's what I'd do. Yeah.
How would you explain specialty coffee in one sentence?
I would say it's coffee that has value beyond just being coffee. It's got flavor, it's got a story, it's got transparency, and doesn't taste like shit.
What's your next big goal for actual coffee?
I want to get our coffee in more people's homes. I think that people are really starting to realize that commodity coffee, it's just no point buying garbage, and you'd be happier, a little bit better coffee every day.
How has running your own business made you a better father?
I think it's caused me to be a little more intentional with how I spend my time here and how I balance that with my family. I really got to think about it because you could just work here nonstop. So
How many kids do you have?
I don't remember, but I think 67. No, I have three.
What do they think you do for work?
They think I am a coffee magician, but again, that's back to those myths of roasting. It's like, I keep trying to tell them, but I'm gonna let the dream live a little longer.
When do you think you'll start letting Violet drink coffee?
She already does, and well, she doesn't like it quite yet. I think I messed up the roast on that one.
Who is someone not in the coffee business that has a big impact on actual coffee?
I gotta say, my buddy Mark really helped us out big time.
What is the legacy you want actual coffee to have?
I want people to remember us for helping this region, the Northwest Ohio area, really experience what it means to have specialty coffee in a way that you know where it came from. There's no BS. We'll talk about what coffee really is at its core.
And what made actual coffee possible?
If it weren't for our Kickstarter campaign back in 2012, 2013, there were 264 people that made this possible. So I owe everybody.
And would you change anything?
if I could spend a little more time with our customers instead of having to run this place and just talk, chit chat, that would be awesome.
Well, thanks for having us. We'll see you next time.
Next time. Bye.